The details right here. Host Jamie will show you why on this edition of Details right here.
A review of Ted's woodworking plans, a product description and review of Ted's woodworking plans. The hobby of woodworking has witnessed tremendous growth in its popularity in recent years. As the lifestyles of so many people are increasingly urban and modern, the value of the satisfaction of actually working with your own hands to physically create something valuable. Given that, there have been thousands of folks that decided to start doing woodworking. One of the most prominent difficulties in woodworking is actually finding plans which are suitable to you. Sometimes, the simplest of ideas are for projects that just might not hold your interest. Other times, you might find some awesome things that you'd love to make, but then the plans are conversely too complicated for you. On top of all this, it might not work out buying books that have woodworking plans since there is likely to be quite a limited selection. One of the best-selling woodworking guides which has sold many thousands of copies is one called Ted's Woodworking Plans. It's only actually available online, and yet this is a collection of 15,000 different woodworking plans. It's been a bestseller online for quite a few years. Ted McGrath is a professional woodworker. He knew just what woodworkers and hobbyists needed. That's why he put together this collection of various woodworking plans. So, let's take a good look at specific points about Ted's woodworking plans so we can learn the pros and cons. First, the pros on Ted's woodworking plans. The number one selling point about this product is without a doubt the tremendous variety of available plans. You'll be downright spoiled for choices. If you look at other physical woodworking guides, you're just not going to find many, if any, that have 15,000 plans or more. Given how this particular product comes as an online download, it's a massive collection of drawings. Everyone can find a project in this collection, regardless of their skill level. Available supplies. 2. Visualize the final product. There are many times that it can be beneficial to know what the final product should look like before you start on a project. Ted's product has both 3D modeling software and a DWG CAD file viewer that you can use in deciding which particular projects you should try. There's no real point in making something if you aren't going to be happy with the end product's aesthetics. This has been a driving force behind the popularity of this product for many years. The plans aren't just laid out step by step but are also quite detailed, making it a cinch to follow along with them. Quite often, a lot of woodworking plans are stuffed with industry jargon and terminology that confuse and even intimidate users. Ted's plans come to you pure and concise, written in ways that even laymen can follow and learn from. There are many aspiring woodworkers out there who want to use plans like these but don't personally have a robust woodworking foundation. This is definitely a setback for them. Ted is aware of this, which is why he includes a woodworking manual which explains the basic fundamentals of woodworking as well as several tricks and insider tips. This foundational guide has 200 pages to provide you the working knowledge you need. 5. Modern content. How many times have you heard someone say a picture is worth 1,000 words? It's true, but then how many words are one video worth? Ted's Woodworking Plans. Ted's Woodworking Plans comes with 150 premier instructional videos that help you understand what you need to know a lot faster and easier. You still have to read the written plans and refer to them when you build the projects, but you'll be able to do that after watching the tutorials. 6. High-res plans. The high resolution makes plans very clear, so they're easy to read. This is great since you won't to waste time or energy using magnifying glasses or squint to understand the project details. 7. Money-back guarantee. Are 15,000 plans not enough for you already? You might not know that until you've spent some time with them, and if for some reason, they're not good enough for you, then you can get a full refund up to 60 days after you buy these woodworking plans. You likely won't ask for one though, because you'll be too busy building something. The cons on Ted's woodworking plans. Yes, this is the number one selling point, but it's also a drawback. The collection is enormous, and it's easy to get lost in it. Just which one do you pick? Where do you even start looking? The sheer size of this collection overwhelms quite a few. A good rule of thumb is looking through smaller projects so you can bite off what you can chew before moving up later. You'll get more experience as you build your skills. 2. Online download. It's not a physical book. You have to have a computer and one that has internet accessibility at that point. 3. Scattershot categorization. The plans aren't organized very neatly. It might not even be possible given how vast the collection is. However, it can be fun going through them all and finding the gems and winners. Should you buy it? Ted's Woodworking Plans. If you have a passion for woodworking, then this particular product was made just for you. It's an excellent investment that comes at an affordable price point. When you have over 15,000 plans, you'll never run about projects the rest of your life. Ted's Woodworking Plans is a perennial bestseller and not slowing down. This proven product is something that will always do you right. Get your own copy so you can start woodworking projects right away. There aren't many things that bring the satisfaction of making something beautiful and useful with your own hands and skills. If you use these plans right, you'll get that satisfaction with every product. Get your copy of Ted's Woodworking Plans. Ted's Woodworking Plans right now. Proven DIY woodworking ideas. Woodworking requires the ability to plan and follow steps. Each step has a role in the overarching result, and that's where well-designed ideas can go a long way. These DIY woodworking ideas are robust, comprehensive, and in line with what you are hoping to get from the project. Let's take a look at what makes them truly unique. Detailed DIY woodworking ideas. It starts with the complete steps associated with these ideas and how they are laid out for a person to follow. To make sure everything is done safely and the result is meaningful, these ideas account for everything. There's no value in a design that is impossible to understand or doesn't work in the manner it is supposed to. This is where the underlying details go a long way and become incredibly useful over the long term. You can look at different angles and come up with a solution that has a real purpose to it. An assortment of ideas for DIY woodworking ideas. There are so many unique ideas to choose from, and this can go a long way for those who want to do something empowering. Each design is going to be unique. Ask what it can offer and how it is going to come together once the woodworking begins. The beauty of being able to select between so many options knows you will find one that is just right. It is going to work well with what you are doing at home, and it will remain an excellent addition for the long haul. Fun DIY woodworking ideas. There's a purpose to woodworking that has to be kept in mind. It's also essential to look at the entertainment of building something on your own. With these DIY woodworking ideas, you will have the time of your life, and it is going to lead to something breathtaking. These plans have been put together with considerable attention to detail and are going to work well as soon as they are put to use. Safe and effective woodworking ideas. For the best DIY woodworking ideas, it's essential to find plans that are safe and effective. This includes how the materials are to be used, where they are going to be placed during the process, and how to make sure the result is useful over the long run. Each variable matters over time and has to be accounted for if the goal is to build something meaningful. With these woodworking ideas, you can piece together a solution that is going to look fantastic. As soon as you start working on one of these DIY woodworking ideas, the quality will begin to stand out in all the right ways. It will bring a smile to your face. Woodworking ideas for a business. Woodworking is basically carving or making items from wood. From interior woodwork such as cabinets and chairs to exterior woodworks like sheds and railings, the demand for woodworking has been on a high since inception. It will stay so for as long as trees exist. Most individuals pride themselves in robust skills in this field but never really go beyond the hobby level. If that's you, then know that you can convert that experience and skills into a lucrative business without spending a fortune. Here are some awesome woodworking business ideas. Making bookshelves. A bookshelf is ideally considered as a decor piece, apart from its primary function. You can make various types of bookshelves and even customized ones for your clients. Bookshelves are required in homes, institutions, workplaces as well as hospitals. If you do the necessary things, this can be a very profitable business. Sitting arrangements. Various kinds of sitting arrangements with tables are ideally considered as home decor items. They are sometimes used for exterior sitting spaces like in a garden and terrace. You can make various types of distinct and appealing sitting arrangements using simple tools. Jewelry boxes. Wooden jewelry boxes are popular among women. They generally come with appealing patterns on the lid. They are a popular product, and you can start the business with relatively small capital. Ladies like to take care of their makeup kits and keep them in appealing designed boxes. Jewelry boxes can sell for as much 10 or even 20 times what it costs to craft them. This makes them a potentially very lucrative home business. This is the kind of woodworking business that will allow you to be creative in the materials chosen as well as the design. These are just a few woodworking ideas for a business, but they are all fun and profitable if executed properly. DIY woodworking. 5 skills you will need to hone. Many people think woodworking is a daunting task that requires years of study under a qualified carpentry master to achieve, or at least a complete carpentry set. While this kind of training and tooling would be ideal, there is